Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining in this video. And since we have taken up this, discussion, we've been taking up the discussions on the Navamsha chart. So I thought that this is going to be a good opportunity to speak on the Karaka of the Navamsha chart, which is, of course, the planet Venus. Okay. So Venus and its placement in the Navamsha has a lot of implications to understand the secrets of marriage and relationships. And we will this video is going to be done in two parts. In the first part, that means in today's video, we'll be looking at the first six houses as to how Venus behaves when it is placed in the first six houses of the Navamsha chart. And in the next video, we will look at the remaining houses. Okay. But then before we go into the meat of the topic, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the content if you find it useful, and please share it with your friends and family if you think they are going to benefit from this content. All right. So Venus in the first house of the Navamsha chart, right? So these people, deep within the soul of these people having Venus in the first house of the D9 chart, there lies a profound desire for marriage and union. Okay. And there is a yearning to feel complete, and, they are intimately tied to the prospect of matrimony. Okay. And, these people, before finding their life partner or prior to finding their life partner, they often experience moments of feeling incomplete or even unworthy. Right. But then once they embark on the journey of marriage, a surge of creativity often blossoms within them, adding a new dimension to their lives. Okay. If Venus goes to the second house of the Navamsha chart, then it bestows the potential for immense wealth and prosperity after marriage. Okay. So for these people, their spouse is likely to possess a very soft, very soothing voice and a very gentle mannerisms when it comes to speaking. Okay. But then I've seen people having this placement whose connection with in-laws are not very good. Okay. And after marriage, these people may suddenly discover a love for music and singing. Okay. And they might find themselves forming connections with individuals, you know, through online friendships. Okay. Now, if the seventh house of the Navamsha gets afflicted, then such connections through online friendships can actually turn into extramarital affairs. So you have to be really careful. Okay. And additionally, if you have this placement, then an interest in occultism may arise after marriage, which adds a touch of mysticism to your life. Okay. And it is also possible that if you are having this placement, you will attract a remarkably beautiful spouse. Okay. If Venus goes to the third house of the Navamsha chart, then such people are very likely to embark on leisurely travels with your spouse, fostering a harmonious and enjoyable communication between them. Okay. And these people may unexpectedly gain through their father-in-laws and may develop a strong bond with their father-in-law. Okay. And if displacement has, let's say displacement has the aspect of Mercury, or if Mercury joins displacement, then you can expect to have joint assets, you know and career transformations may occur, and these career transformations will often involve increased interactions with women and the possibility of online or office romances, depending on the sign placement, that is. And for these people, relationships may go through various stages of evolution that provides them with significant changes and opportunities of growth. Okay. Usually I would prefer the fourth house of Navamsha to be empty. But then if Venus is placed in the fourth house, in that case, you know, you are destined to enjoy a lot of comfort and luxuries within the house after marriage. Okay. And remember, people often mistake that it's a guaranteed placement for marriage if Venus goes to the fourth house of Navamsha. But in many cases, you will see that this is not the case. And individuals with this placement, they tend to harbor a habit like, gossiping or backbiting, and their connection with younger siblings may be weak. All right. However, these people, they will find immense joy in traveling and a pleasant joint family situation is going to be well within their reach. All right. And jewelry is always going to hold a significant position for these people, and it may come to them through their own father or elder sibling. Okay. So this placement is often associated with a home that faces the north, emphasizing a sense of harmony and auspiciousness. All right. If Venus goes to the fifth house of D9, then creative intelligence becomes the guiding force for individuals. Okay. And these individuals, they are often found to navigate their married lives through their creative intelligence. Okay. So this placement is highly conducive to romantic experiences and relationships. And such people may find themselves, yearning for creative pursuits and having a propensity to engage in activities outside the home, seeking inspiration and fulfillment. Again, for these people, the birth of children, especially daughters, remember Venus represents the female gender in your life. So it brings an immense sense of joy and fulfillment. Okay. And these people, they are highly devoted to their work, regardless of the field they work in. And that actually becomes a prominent aspect of their lives. Okay. And these people, they also derive great pleasure from traveling to foreign lands. But then, they may struggle at times with coping with the loss of loved ones. Okay. But if Venus goes to the sixth house of the Navamsha chart, in that case, I have seen people having a diminished desire for marriage. Okay. And these individuals, they remember, sixth house is the house of service. So these individuals, they feel a strong inclination towards serving others, and they believe that their union with his spouse is intricately linked to karmic debts from past lives. Okay. And this could actually manifest as a promised marriage that never materialized, or experiences of infidelity. And often these people, they are found to be wanting more from their partners than they are willing to give in return, right? So instant attraction towards their spouse is very common if someone has this placement. And if a female has this placement, then there is going to be a less desire for sexual activity. Okay. And if Venus gets exalted for some reason in the Navamsha chart, in the sixth house of the Navamsha chart, the desire for marriage may be considerably diminished. Okay. So that's it from me in this video. In the next video, we are going to cover the remaining houses. Thank you so much for joining in. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.